college football just dropping. There's a lot of pre-snap defensive controls or adjustments that we need to go over, okay? So the first thing we're going to go over is global coverage adjustments, all right? So in order to do that, if you're on PlayStation, you will need to hold L2 or LT on Xbox, okay? So that's your global coverage adjustments. Now, for example, just say I wanted to have my DBs back off a little bit. What I'm going to do is hold L2 on PlayStation or LT on Xbox, and I'm going to flick the left analog stick up. There we go. All right. Now, for example, if I wanted my DBs to press again, what I'm going to do is hold L2 and flick the left analog stick down. Now, also, regarding this, the adjustments, you can see over here in the middle, I can be able to play over the top. So, of course, hold L2 or LT and then flick the right analog stick up. If I want to play over the top with my DBs, I commit inside, which is inside man. So I'm pretty much going to take away slants or anything. So I would have to flick the right analog stick to the left. And then, you know, if I want to play underneath, flick the right analog stick down. Or if I want to commit inside, outside, I'm sorry, flick the right analog stick to the right. All right. So, and then also you see conservative, aggressive, ultra aggressive, and all that other stuff. Don't worry about that right now. Just understand the basics of the game. Okay. I'm going to go over that next video, especially with the, conservative and aggressive. And then also the next thing I'm going to talk about too, we're going to go over in the next video, which is custom adjustments or macros. Okay. So in order to do that, you will have to tap L1 or LB. But like I stated, we're not going to go over to that just because it can be kind of overwhelming, especially this is only day 1, day 2 of playing the game. All right, we haven't even played the game for a full week. Okay, so this is how you do the custom adjustments or macros. If you want to look into that, you can do that, but right now we're just going to go over the basics so you can feel comfortable. All right, now the next thing we're going to go over is how to show your play art and all that good stuff so you can be able to see what you're running. So in order to do that, you would need to hold R2. Okay, I'm going to hold R2 and I'm going to hold the right analog stick up. Now, if I flick it, it's just going to show for a little bit and disappear. So remember, hold R2 or Xbox RT and hold the right analog stick up so you can be able to see your play and you know what you're running. Okay. So again, one more time, hold R2 and then it shows the play art. Now you can also buff the play. Okay. So it gives you multiple things you can do. So remember, you can hold R2, see what buff plays that you have. You can go right on the analog stick, hold it right, hold it down with the right analog stick, hold it left with the right analog stick. Okay, so there you go there. Now the next thing we're going to go over is coverage shell and QB contain. All right. Now I did struggle in the beginning. I didn't even know what QB contain was. So all you have to do is tap R1. Tap R1 and it gives you your coverage shells and many adjustments you can also do as well. For example, just say, so as you can see right here, as you can see, I'm gonna show my play art. I don't have any QB contain or anything like that. Just say I want a QB contain. All right, as you can see, I don't have that. What I'm going to do is tap R1, and then what it states a QB contain down at the bottom is tap L1 or LB on PlayStation. So now I'm able to QB contain. There we go. And then again, just say, for example, I have somebody that I'm playing against and it's 4th and 30 and I want to guess the play. This is how you'll guess the play. So you have to tap R1, of course, and then you can guess if it's a pass. You'll have to flick the right analog stick up. And then also if it's a run right, you can flick the right analog stick to the right. Then and just for example, just say I want to, if it's a run left, you have to tap R1 and then flick the right analog stick to the left. Or if it's a run up middle, I would have to tap R1 and then flick the right analog stick down. Now, real quick, we're going to go over the coverage shells real quick. So regarding that, all you have to do is tap R1 again. And then if I want to show cover 3, for example, I would have to tap R1 like I just did and then flick the left analog stick up. Okay. And then just say I want to go back to cover 2 look or cover 2 shell, I would have to tap R1 and then flick the left analog stick to the left. Here we're going to go over is individual player adjustments. Okay. Now, regards of that, last year in college football 26, you had to do it multiple ways and could, you know, tap different buttons. This year's it's pretty easy, but you have to get used to it. Okay. So in order to do that, all you have to do is tap triangle or Y on Xbox. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do here. So that's how you see all the individual player adjustments. All right. Now, for example, just say I wanted this slot corner to be manned up to this slot receiver right here. What I'm going to do is tap triangle again because that's his icon, and then just say I want to man him up with the slot receiver. I actually have to tap the wide receiver icon because it's not on any of the adjustments on the right side here, as you can see. So that's what I'm going to do here. So now you see it. Boom. Now just say I want this slot corner to be manned up, because remember, you can do crossman adjustments this year. All you have to do is tap triangle or Y on Xbox. Let's see, I can actually man him up to R1. Now, just a quick note or a side note, a little thing that I just seen. Just say I want to, you know, to man this slot corner to number 6 over here. Okay. I would have to do this very quickly because, as you can see, the individual cover adjustments is blocking his icon. So you actually have to do that very fast. I'm not sure if they're going to fix that or if there's something I can try to fix in the settings. I'm not sure, but I have to look into that. But as of right now, like for example, I can only see that real. I would have to do that very fast. I would have to be, you know, look at or know the icon very quickly. Okay, so let me go ahead and reset this. We're gonna actually reset this play real quick. All right, and then let's see if we can do another player adjustment. So tap triangle, okay, and then let's see. Just say I wanted to put even this defensive end right here on the right side in a flat or something. So all I have to do is, like I did, is tap triangle on the D-pad, click the right D-pad, and then if I wanted to put him on a curl flat, just flick the left analog stick to the left. Then as you can see, this defensive end right here on the right is in a curl flat. Now the next thing we're going to go over is defensive line adjustments. All right. Now, in order to do that, all you have to do is flick the right analog stick to the left. Okay. So once you do that, those are the adjustments you can do regarding your defensive line. So for example, if I wanted to spread my defensive line, all I would have to do is flick the right analog stick to the left first and then flick the left analog stick up. Okay. And then for example, if I wanted to pinch my D line or anything like that, all I would have to do is flick the right analog stick to the left and then flick the left analog stick down to pinch my D line. Okay. Now I didn't do it there, but you get the idea. All right. And then once again, if I wanted to you know, slant my defensive line, all I have to do is flick the right analog stick to the left. And then just say I wanted to slant them right, I would have to flick it, the right analog stick back to the right. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is linebacker adjustments. So it's pretty similar to the defensive line adjustments, but instead of flicking it to the left, you would have to flick your right analog stick to the right. Okay. So as you can see, these are my linebacker adjustments. Okay. So if I wanted to spread my linebackers, all I would have to do is flick the right analog stick to the right and then flick the left analog stick up. They spread it a little bit. If I want to pinch them, all I would have to do is flick the right analog stick to the right and then flick the left analog stick to the left. There we go. And then let's see, if I want to zone all I have to do for the, you know, their assignments, all I have to do is flick the right analog stick to the right and then flick the right analog stick up. So this zone all pretty much didn't do much there. But for example, another thing I want to do real quick regarding the linebacker adjustments is flick the right analog stick to the right and I want to show blitz. Just tap R1. So that's all I had to do was show blitz and tap R1. So flick the right analog stick to the right, then tap R1 to show blitz. Okay. So that's pretty much the basics in this video. If you need to look over the video or need any help, always go back to the video just for a reference so you can be able to, you know, dominate on defense and you feel comfortable, because like I stated, it is a new game. It's all new to us. So just be patient, take some time and practice a little bit, and I'm quite sure you guys will be fine. Okay, so I appreciate you guys tuning into the video. Just make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.